see how y'all be trying to front, man. Y'all be fronting, man.
Been a bit since mood died. Been a lot more lost and awake. I recall thinking someday someone's gonna say it's all from the same cause and effect, and I just couldn't fathom. Blaming a whole new page on a made-up chain reaction. Each claim individual peaks and pockets, pains in a slew of unique nuances. Now me, when you wake up 8 years non-responsive, it's a lot to process. Gone from a happier jack in the box to a package of clogged up chakras. Oh, shot spot, nothing ever after. We wanted from the once upon a time, ... Once upon a time, he was so much more than a punchline for his own pot shots. I watched the impossible kid, everything that he touched turns promptly to shit. If I zoom on out, I can finally admit it's all been a blur since Moon got sick. None of the subsequent years stood a chance. Whether it was mom's or his man's, whether it was pops or his girl, I was poisoned. Heart full of canines, head full of voices. Whole life trying to quiet him down like a suicide king with a knife in his crown. Hounds at bay, but they just won't stay. True friendship in a tugboat way. Ego dark in the face of the fucked. When the fucked was a friend, I was basically done. Into the woods, go his alien tongue. It was that or a textbook fake and a funk, and I can't. Here go the hindsight, 8 years been one long blindside. I could pinpoint 7 more turns that occurred cause he never really healed from the first. Oh, what a world, and he hack is a myth, and he dap is a joke, and he map is a trick, and he graph is a hoax. Ease on down, I'm burning up, I'm bleeding out. No one ain't half the battle, that's a bullshit quip written by some asshole. You can own what you are, still sit around stoned in your car, not doing shit, halfway to nil, cranky and waiting for a boss key and hat full of bills.
What? You don't like Aesop? What the hell? People don't like Aesop Rock? What the fuck's wrong with you? Someone says in my chat, what music is this? Have you not heard rap before? Hello? What, like, it is the year of our Lord 2023. Do you not know what rap music is? Aesop's great, man. I love his shit. I listen to him all the time. Play 2 trucks? I don't know if I want to play 2 trucks. I could do a bit of Stardust, though. Could get us off a little smooth with some Stardust. Some Lemon Demon. Did my stream title update? It did. Okay. It's showing the right update. It's showing the right title for me. For some reason in my announcements it still used my last stream's title of you know, attempting contracts, which I'm not doing today because there's just no fucking point. I can't do half of them because all of the servers are full of bots. So, maybe next year. Maybe next year. Also, hello everybody. How's everyone doing? Sunday? I think it's still Sunday for most people. How's everyone doing? Everyone doing good? Everyone have a good weekend? I hope. I assume you've had a good weekend. I have to adjust my casual rotation here because I still have like other maps. I can't play those maps because I like how all of the new maps have overwhelmingly lower player numbers than any of the previous Halloween maps added. If the colored bars are of any indication, where are you? There you go. Like if the colored bars on the game are of any indication, I find it pretty funny that all of the older maps are doing substantially better than any of the newer ones, and markedly better than any of the zombie infection ones. So, it's pretty telling. Pretty telling. No, yeah, I mean, yeah, the subject matter of my video is like the primary talking point that I just kind of want to, you know, just chit-chat about today, and what have you. How am I dealing with the backlash, asks Monkey. There really hasn't been any. Like, the justification behind posting that video was, like, I'm not gonna convince anyone who thinks that TF2 should become a sandbox otherwise, right? Like, okay, let me turn on my webcam so you have like something to look at as I like try to stumble through this, right? So, I posted that video because I already knew that I was not going to be able to convince anyone otherwise of what they already think, right? Like, the people who think that prop hunt and everything else is acceptable for TF2, and by everything else I mean game modes that are no longer derivative of the base game. People who think like you can just throw anything in TF2 and they throw out the usual response of, oh, if you don't like it, don't play it. You're not going to be able to convince them otherwise, because the only people that I'm seeing make this argument, my major assumption is that they're mostly younger people. Right? Let me turn down my music here. Like it's mostly younger people. It's mostly younger people who have primarily grown up in a time where video games have been mostly offered inside of online marketplaces or digital marketplaces. So they've only mostly known popular video games, you know, in the line of Fortnite, Minecraft, Roblox, Overwatch, what have you. They've only known live service games, where gaming companies are incentivized and are enabled by digital marketplaces to keep releasing and supporting the same game, right? Instead of releasing new products, new individual games for people to play. Because it's less work for them by being able to just sell the same game over and over again, but like for example, like Overwatch, but now it's Overwatch featuring Prop Hunt, or it's like Fortnite, but Fortnite now featuring Among Us and shit like that, right? There's no need to make a new game when they can just put in another game inside of their existing game and then sell it with the same popular title. So as a result, you have the most popular games right now effectively reflecting arcades, right? At least you know, some of the more popular ones that aren't on Steam, right? So like, for example, you have Fortnite, you have Roblox. These are the two biggest games in the world right now. And they're arcades. And that's what most people have grown up with and like understand, right? So, and they're full of, and they're both sandboxes at this stage, right? There's just been so much shit thrown into them, different ways to play the game, what have you, that they don't resemble what they were originally, right? Same things happen to, like, Overwatch has weird gimmicky shit now, like a lot, and like fucking, what is it, like Modern Warfare or whatever has Prop Hunt, like even like classic mainstay titles that were usually their own like little enwrapped games are now plugging in mini games because that's what sells. They're no longer individual tight products, right? And that's what most people are used to. That's what most younger people are used to. So if you tell a younger person who's only been playing TF2 for like a couple of years or something, right? They've only been playing TF2 for a couple of years or not really involved in the game. If you tell them, no, you cannot play Prop Hunt inside of TF2, they're going to look at you like you grew a second head, because it's a completely foreign concept to them. For most of them, not all of them, but for most of them, that a video game must and should be its own tight little package. And just because something else is fun, like another game is enjoyable, doesn't mean that it should just be plugged into another game, right? But that's what they're used to. So when you tell them that I can't talk. If you tell them that this isn't okay, they can't understand that concept, right? Like, they don't understand that a hot stove is going to burn their hand unless they touch it and it burns their hand. They have not experienced the problems that come from this yet. So, please explain why just don't play it is the wrong approach. There are multiple reasons why just don't play it is the wrong approach, alright? What happens when you keep bloating a video game with nonsense game modes? At least in the context of TF2, what happens? The way this happens is Valve puts them at the top. These are now featured brand new things. Where it's not even the game anymore. And people who are coming into this game, it's like the first thing they see. Like anyone who started playing TF2 for the first time since Scream Fortress launched, this is what they're going to see. Where 1/3, actually no, most of these maps are not the vanilla game. Either because they have a gimmick or it's an entirely new game mode like Zombie Infection. That's what people see. This is now what they expect, but then they go into the vanilla game and they're like, "Oh, what the fuck is this? Why aren't there zombies? Where's Saxton Hale?" Right? You're diluting the game and like confusing newer players and their expectations, right? That's the first thing they fucking see. And then we have a second problem where it's completely defeating the purpose of what a casual mode is supposed to do. What is casual mode supposed to do? It's supposed to put players into the vanilla game, right? But if you throw everything that already existed inside of community servers into casual mode, there's no differentiation anymore. It turns into a complete fucking mess, and the purpose of casual was to not let that happen. The purpose of Valve disabling quick play, putting players into community servers, was so people could be first exposed and experience the base game before potentially branching out and dabbling in things that are not the game, right? That's the second problem. Third problem. If you keep throwing in more nonsense game modes and more and more and more stuff, I spoke about this in my previous video where I say too much of a good thing. If you throw in more and more and more and more maps, more game modes, more tabs, you're going to keep diluting and thinning out the player base even more so than it already is. And eventually, you're just going to get a whole bunch of tabs full of dead game modes that nobody touches, right? And so you just have a shitload of clutter bloating the game, bloating the file size as well. It's kind of inconsequential because these days file size is, if you have a 250 terabyte drive, you can put the game on there, right? And then I wrote down a list of like counter arguments for this fucking stupid if you don't like it, don't play it thing, right? Because like I could then spin that logic back on you. It's like if you don't want to play TF2, go play a different game. Why does your game and your expectation now need to be in TF2 to sate your desires? If you want to play a different game, then go seek that out elsewhere, right? Like the logic is flawed inherently by the fact that I can immediately spin it back on them and have it make the same amount of sense. Anyway, there was someone who left a comment on my video, and I'm pulling it up because he put out this laundry list of other reasons why it's bad to keep throwing shit into the game willy-nilly and expect everything to be fine, right? When it's not going to be. So hold on, let me pull this up because there's even more stuff to this. There's a lot, right? So let me thumb through this, right? Yeah. So yeah, stretching the player base thin, new player experiences being completely warped, the cannibalization of community servers for the reasons I just described, the things that you expect inside of community servers are now being thrown into the base game and completely muddying and diluting that. And then you have the issue of novelty wearing off and leading to just dead bloat inside of the game full of stuff that no one's touching, right? And then you have wasted development resources. You have wasted development resources and time, right? When you could be putting so much more effort into improving previously established content, which mappers can do, which mappers should do. They should go back and improve all the stuff they've previously put in the game to make it an even more streamlined and polished experience. But because they're not incentivized to do that, because all that Valve does is pick new maps and sell them to us like hats, they just opt to make an entirely new map or an entirely new game mode instead, and chuck that out just in time for the next update. And then it gets plugged in, and then they get paid, and because they're incentivized to do that again by money, they're not going to go back and fix any problems with this game mode that just got accepted. Maybe after the first couple of weeks of an update, right? After the first couple of weeks of an update, they're going to, keep putting in the necessary fixes so it's functional, right? But then after the update is over, that's it. There's no reason to keep working on these old maps because they're not the developer. They don't own the game. They have no incentive. They just make the content. And they're just going to move on to the next project, which is exactly what happened. And this is all true, by the way. What I'm about to tell you is completely and entirely true. Because I was talking with people about this last night. Mappers, not going to say any names. This is all entirely true. Guess how long Prop Hunt was in development for? Anyone want to guess how long Prop Hunt was in development for? Type your answers in chat. Guess how long Prop Hunt was under development. Most people are correct. It was in development for less than a month. The developers immediately started making Prop Hunt after Scream Fortress dropped. Their reasoning is because they wanted to get the next game mode out in time for Christmas. And the guy who made the Prop Hunt game mode even commented on my video saying, "Oh, well, we didn't rush it, but we had a short deadline." When they could have taken all the time in the world they needed to perfect this game mode and at least make it decent, right? Like, appropriateness for the game aside, right? They basically just told me that, oh, we didn't rush it, but we needed to rush it so we could get it out for the next update. So that just confirms that Prop Hunt was indeed rushed and mass dumped onto the workshop just so it can be selected for Smithsmiths. Because that's what's incentivized. Mass pumping out stuff so it can be selected, they get paid, and then as soon as it's thrown in, they're going to move on to the next thing. Because no one's going to care about Prop Hunt after Christmas is over. Because when summer comes around, guess what? It's going to be time for the next game mode. Unless Valve dictates that Versus Saxton Hale is now like the official game mode for summer or something. But that obviously is not what's going to happen, because guess what happened? They put it in fucking miscellaneous. And look at all the fucking Versus Saxton Hale maps. They're fucking dead. No one is playing them. There's more people playing Watergate. Player Destruction Watergate is more populated than any Versus Saxton Hale map. Like, are you fucking kidding me, dude? That's insane. And this is exactly what's going to happen with every other alternative game mode. You're watching it happen right now with Zombie Infection. And then it's just going to completely go away. Because guess where these maps are going to end up? All of these maps are going to get dumped into this tab and then completely ignored until someone needs to grind their contract so they can get their free hat. Right? So that's another problem with throwing more crap into the game and, refuting the point of, oh, well, just don't play it. Because you could have all of these development resources put into existing content to improve it and make the gameplay experience better and improving what the game already is, instead of just trying to change it and putting it elsewhere. See, Overlord Lettuce, you are a chicken shit motherfucker, because you only care about debating me inside of Twitter, where anything I say is going to be immediately torn down. If you want to have a legitimate conversation with me, add me on Discord. Speak to me man to man to my fucking face, instead of trying to throw punches in a public scene so you can create drama and pull yourself up and fluff yourself up. If you have a legitimate motherfucking problem with me, add me on Discord. Let's fucking talk. You want to make it public because you want all your friends to back you up. You want all your friends on Twitter and the Twitter space that is instantly biased against me to dogpile on me and let me get a word through edgewise. That's exactly what you want. You want the bias on your side, not on my side. So if you want to have a legitimate, unbiased conversation, front to front, no one else watching, add me on Discord. But you won't. You've had every opportunity to do that. I even reached out to you via somebody else, telling you to add me on Discord. But what do? You pussy out, because you are a chicken shit motherfucker who is so deluded in turning me into this fucking monster when all I want is better content. Do I need to remind you of the rant that you typed, akinning me to Hitler and workshoppers as Jews? Do I need to show my stream that? Should I show my stream that rant that you typed, where you literally akined me to Hitler and saying that I'm treating workshoppers like Jews? That is fucking phenomenal that you typed that. So if you want to have a serious problem with me, add me on Discord. Add me on Discord and we can talk about it. That's all you need to do. Alright? That's all we need to do. I'm asking my friend to send me the Chicken Man rant because not Chicken Man, the Overlord Lettuce rant, because I don't have the message. Well, don't worry, we screen capped it. It's all saved. It's all saved because these guys demonize me to no end. They demonize me to no fucking end because I don't like what they make and I want better content for the game. And like, God forbid. Here's something else. Right? This community, this TF2 community, right? They love to say that the community is the future of this game. They always say that. Countless people say that. That the community is the future of this game. Okay? We have bots, and we have our problems with bots, right? Valve refuses to do anything. So what does the community do? You have someone like Mega Scatterbomb, who creates his own cheater database and his own means to like keep track of cheaters and what have you. That's the community taking over and doing what Valve will not do. We have a hard time keeping track of scammers and people who are ripping people off of their items. We develop an entire database. To keep track of people who are scamming individuals and robbing them of their items. Picking up Valve's fucking slack, right? But as soon as I bring up that all of the content for this game since 2017 has been made by the community. If I dare even insinuate that they hold a shred of responsibility for what gets in this game, people just throw their fucking hands up and go, oh no, it's all Valve's fault, stop bullying them. How fucking dare you? God forbid I point out the obvious and say that the people who make the content for this game and praise the community and say the community is the future of this game, God forbid I say they have a shred of responsibility. Right? Here, I'll put the chat back up. There you go. God forbid I say that they have a shred of responsibility for what they make. Because they do. And here's why they do. Valve does not care about this game anymore. They just pick content willy-nilly. Not willy-nilly, they have their methods behind it, usually picking items from the same people, usually picking items that are easy to implement, because it's all one man can do, because only Eric Smith works on this game. No one else does. It's just him. He does what's easy. So he usually goes back to the same creators, the same mappers, the same unusual effect makers, the same hat makers, everything, because he already knows that their content is functional, and all he has to do is plug and play, and he's done. That's like 70% of the content, right? Because Valve neglects what is put in this game, you would think that it would be up to the community, the people who make the content, to pick up their mantle and then uphold themselves to a higher quality standard and make content people like, and make quality content for this game, right? You think that's what they would do, right? Would you not agree with that statement? I think most people would agree with that. If Valve is slacking, then it's up to the community to pick up the slack and improve their own quality standards. You would assume that. But apparently that's completely gone now. If you dare point that out, if you dare even insinuate it, you're an evil man. So. Rant over. Let's play some games. Let's see. I don't want Laughter. I don't want Maple Ridge. I really only want Man Manor, Harvest, Gorge. Gorge? Yeah, sure. Gorge. That'll do. You send me a DM, we'll talk later. We will talk later. Dust Bowl. Are we are in TF2 Purgatory? No, we are in TF2 Hell is where we are. We are not in good. Should I close this door? Sorry. Voices in the other room. Also, yeah, I shaved to point out the elephant in the room. I needed to reset the beard. It was getting a little long. It was also getting a little long. It's also getting, like, the longer I, don't shave my entire face, it gets weird and patchy, so I needed to, reset it so it grows back thicker. So. Someone said play Flog Pyro? Fuck it, why not, right? When was the last time I willingly played Flog Pyro? Actually, when was the last time I played Flog Pyro with the full Spaceman set? I don't remember the name of the full set. Oh, love slow load times in the inventory because skins lag the shit out of this game. Where's my fucking strange third degree? There we go. Just default Pyro. Let's do this. We're in TF2 Hell. What layer are we in? We're in, the 5th or 6th circle, I guess. 5th or 6th circle.
Hey, Fungus, what's going on?
Need to fucking mute voices before they go crazy. Oh, let me put on some background music too. I'll get the music going again. Actually, no, I should probably not do copyrighted music because YouTube will nuke this entire VOD from orbit, and I don't want this to go away. Also, let me put my TF2 game back up. Give me some fucking just random shit music. Give me this. That'll do. Perfect. That will do nicely. Turn that down a little bit. There we go. Perfect. Alright, perfect. Perfect. Let's begin. This music is not skibbity. What does that even mean? Why is it a noun now? So, like, okay. So, to not just cut off the conversation, right? You know, monkey, okay. Also, something I want to bring up, whenever they add this game mode, it will be plagued with bots. Yeah, that too. If they're gonna add a new game mode to the game, it's just gonna be plagued with bots, right? Like any like major concern with this game is gonna be fucking over. Because, oh, we have a new game mode, but you're not even gonna be able to enjoy prop hunt anyway, because it's just gonna get flooded with bots, and then it's gonna experience Lord knows what manner of issues because of bots and exploits and other shit, because Valve is out to fucking lunch. What do they care about? They don't care about this game anymore. They care about people spending money on it. And so also, I allow me to make a correction from my video, because I need to do that now. I said in my video that VScript cannot lock players to a single class. Apparently it can. But that's even more disconcerting, because what they opted to do is, instead of making a more appropriate prop hunt experience, they just said, fuck it, we'll leave every class in and not change any balancing whatsoever, in order to facilitate like a prop hunt game mode. That to me is like even more fucked up. It's like, what are you doing? And like that to me tells me they didn't even like bother messing with like community server versions of prop hunt, which at least function better. And even then, like, TF2 is not good for prop hunt. Like if you want to go play prop hunt, other games handle it way better than TF2 can. Why does it have to be in here? But anyways, a correction that needs to be made is that apparently you can change, or you can force people to play a certain class. And they've also tweaked the balancing issues that I brought up. Medic's healing was reduced and what have you. Engineer sentries damage is reduced, but unless you, like, lock your orientation, then the sentries will still be able to find you. And let's face it, most people who are, like, first firing up the game, oh look, here's the featured tab, I'm gonna play this game, oh what's this, prop hunt? They're gonna have no idea how it works. So sentry's just gonna fucking annihilate everybody. God, this music is so loud. There we go. So. Yeah, it's immensely fucked. Why am I playing Vlog of ooh, hello. I felt a spy. Eats pant. Ooh, hello, there you are. He went for it. Alright, now, ooh. Here, we'll just let him, we'll leave him be. Yes, I did shave. So, all you can do is, like, reduce the output of sentries, but you can't, I don't know if you can outright disable them. I'm not entirely sure. I don't think you can? Don't quote me on that? Wow, flog. Flog, everybody. It's so stupid. This is the only map where this weapon is good. And I have a medic in my ass. Should NBM have been its own game instead of a giant transplant? Yes, it should have been. Because Man vs. Machine was Valve obviously dabbling with, like, a new PvE game mode, but they were just using TF2 as, like, a base for it. And then they probably opted to think, okay, yeah, sure, we'll put this out as, like, the PvE version of TF2, and then keep the PvP as it is, right? And because the PvE game mode required so much different balancing and what have you, you ended up having two different spheres of the game that required different balancing for different weapons, and that's ultimately why they abandoned it. Because you're now having to keep up with balancing for two separate games instead of just one. And that's why NBM gradually tapered off, and then, like, over the years we got, like, a handful of adjustments here and there. But they just quit development entirely because it would be like working on two games simultaneously. This is also why they did not implement, like, a 6v6 version, aside from the more major reason that Valve didn't want to, like, ban or change the game from the vanilla game. Which is even funnier, by the way, because that's also proof that Valve at one point obviously had a definition for what the base game is because they didn't want to accommodate 6v6. But now, because Valve doesn't give a shit, anything goes, apparently, like versus Saxon Hail and Zombie Infection and potentially Prop Hunt. So. But, like, if Valve were to release, you know, a PvE game mode today, would it be equally as accepted in TF2's, in like the community's eyes, the player base's eyes? Probably not. I think it would be probably like overwhelmingly received as negative, because if you take into account everything that we received before it, right? People would just view it here. Okay, also I should say that if it was of the same level of polish of community game modes, right, and not like truly developed by Valve, then that would be a bigger problem. Get this guy out of here. Get this guy out of here. Oh, we win. Okay, cool. So, yeah, and like if Valve, like, yeah, it's tricky. And no, yeah, Richter, you're right. It's funny how they're... Okay, so here's the thing, too, right? Like, if you go look inside the Emporium, don't go harass people. Like, inside the Emporium, they're already blaming me for Prop Hunt's overwhelmingly negative reception, where even before Monkey and I released our videos yesterday, all of the Prop Hunt maps were already rated like 2 or 3 stars on the workshop. Nobody wanted it. And then our videos released, and I just gave like another reinforcing shot of, oh fuck, we don't want this, right? Like, people forget that individuals are allowed to think for themselves, and like most people don't just blindly follow what a YouTuber says unless they're a child. So, yeah, pretty silly. But yeah, like, and also what's funny, like, I spoke about this as well. It's like, you know, Manpower and Pastime, even though they didn't change too much, but they still did. But like Manpower had a shitload of custom balancing changes, but Valve really didn't give a shit because ultimately it was being handled by somebody else and not someone at Valve. Or like, I think it was like one guy at Valve doing everything, so they didn't give a fuck. It was like one guy's pet project, right? But ultimately it became too much for one guy to handle because it ultimately turned into its own separate game with separate balancing, and it just tapered off away from the base game because it was changing too much. And then you had Pastime, which is basically just turning Capture the Flag into soccer, but everything is still there. Nothing's changed. You just have like boost and jump pads and a soccer ball to throw around, but like all the classes and shit and like basic ideas of territory control and defense are still intact. But even Manpower and Pastime were such extreme deviations from the vanilla game that people didn't want to play them. They dabbled in their novelty for a little while, but then they just fucked off because it wasn't the game they came to play. Okay, fine, football. Football, pendejo, I know. Listen, I'm American, we call it football here. It really should... Or we call it soccer here, not football, because we have American football, which is really not all that fun to watch. But we have it, so we have to keep up we have to distinguish the two. I'm sorry. So, and I will say there is infinitely more soul than in like your casual soccer game than it is in like the Super Bowl for football. So, like, if I had to pick between the two, I'd probably watch football, and, oh, here's my chance to shine. Aw, I was hoping they would fucking walk out. The server's dead, I'm gonna requeue. Everyone just left. I understand why. American, do we even have, like, American, are there even American rugby teams? I'm sure there are, but there's no, like, there's no national circuit that I'm aware of. No, I'm not, so Joey, I'm not talking FIFA soccer, I'm talking like more local games, you know? Those are fucking wild, man. People go crazy. Football, soccer, football, soccer, football, soccer. You've got mail in your Discord inbox. My Discord has detonated. Oh yeah, here we go. Here's his rant I found. Like, yeah, this guy who was in my chat earlier just went on this really weird schizo rant. Where, let me blow this up. Let's just read this to you. I've already taken enough in seething over Zesty than is strictly healthy, so I am really gonna back off after this one. This is an old message too, I should clarify. But this is a wider subcultural issue that Zesty is a really nasty symptom of. There's literally no single YouTuber out there providing a counter-narrative. The community default is at best completely misinformed and completely conspiratorial at worst, except for workshoppers. And the entire rest of the TF2 community cares about the workshop as much as it allows them to shit on our work, which is completely false. Because for years, there's been nothing but overwhelming praise for anything the community makes. Nobody how much absolute god tier, no matter how many absolute god tier items we make, as long as there is a single more outlandish hats in one of those dipshit dislikes, it will take all the attention away, all the good stuff catches dust. We're talking about what gets put in the game, man. With how hard Valve has fucked the workshop, and I agree, Valve has fucked the workshop, the engagement on the platform is so incredibly low, it's actually the highest it's ever been, that new items drop algorithmically dead in the water, further ensuring that good stuff is absolutely ignored while I cry over the hat I dislike. When I consistently praise good items on my streams, when I have made entire videos talking about content I want to see in the game, apparently all I talk about is stuff I don't want. For as much as people here are telling themselves to just ignore it, this is weighing down on all of us, and will eventually burn us out while also scaring away any potential fresh blood that this community needs. Let me tell you that the Emporium is self-responsible for destroying their own scene. We need to take action. Even if people are still fighting against me directly, we need to create a counter-narrative that is a little healthier for us than calling an army of anti-fans being one step removed from calling us Jews. So, and that's just one Emporium member. That's just one. Not saying all of them are bad, but he is certainly part of the smaller group of individuals in that Discord that kind of run the show, and who just, you know, if that's of any indication. So, also, I'm missing super chats. 6 million workshops in 4 years? You guys are fucking horrible. What is wrong with you? Who types that? Go outside. You got a chuckle out of me. It's fucked, but don't type that. Ever read and watch Attack on Titan? The ending sucks? Yes, I agree. The ending of Attack on Titan is fucking awful. Why was it made? Oh god. Well, this guy's got the same idea. How much for my channel mascot to step on you? I'm never letting you do that. It's never gonna happen. Yikes, not very skibbity. Sorry. So yeah, there you go. I have been equated to Hitler, and apparently, my fanbase and I are one step away from calling workshoppers Jews. And they need a counter-narrative, when it's like, I've given these guys years. People have had years to, like, refute any of the points I've said, to refute anything I've shown that they've done or said, but they don't. No one does. They have every opportunity. They have infinitely more pull and influence over spaces like Twitter, because Twitter fucking hates me. Why don't they just outright, like, deny and, like, show that I'm wrong? They don't. So. It's fucking, my god. Like some days I just wish I did not care about this game as much as I did, so I don't have to deal with, like, bashing my head against a brick wall. Fuck. Just, like something is compelling me. Like I care about this game. I want everyone to keep having fun with this game, right? I want to preserve it for, like, the game it is that people enjoy, right? Right? And not turn into fucking Gary's mod. Just something is compelling me to keep doing this, and I'm gonna keep doing it until I don't know. Just yeah. Oh hi. I missed. God, I forgot how much the Man Melter sucks because you can't see your crits you shoot. Okay, that's my team. No, I don't want that. Valve finding another game? I want them to update TF2 for the rest of their life, at least 10 years. No, it's important. Like, Valve is responsible for continuing to provide a playable and expected experience so long as they keep this game live and operational and expecting people to spend money on it. That's what they should do. But they can't even make the game functional by dealing with the bot crisis. Like, really? So, I'm playing Uber Brain Dead Pyro, don't mind me. No, yeah, exactly. A good counter argument to that is like, why shouldn't TF2 become Gary's mod? Name a single person that comes here specifically for versus Saxon Hail, casual mode, or zombie infection. No, those things have always been relegated to community servers because that's where people have traditionally gone to play things that aren't the base game. It's like a normal expectation. What's my opinion on unusual effects and war paints? We don't need more unusual effects. Unusual effects have become... Oh, God. Like, unusual effects aren't special anymore. When we just continue to receive 30 or 40 of them with each update, or like 20, not 40, but like we get like 20 unusual effects with each update, most of them just being neon color palette swaps of like the similar particle animations we've been receiving for the past 3 years, right? It's a little silly. Oh, their whole team is here now. Oh, hello? Ah. So unusual effects are like the charm is gone, we have too many, but Valve won't recycle old effects anymore. For 2 reasons. One, it's better to entice people with the novelty of something new, to like make them engage with the new box and, you know, partake in Valve's slot machine, right? And then 2, they can't recycle old unusual effects because of how the monetization system works for this game, and they put all of like an update's content into a single case, and they can't recycle old unusual effects because the people whose unusual effects got in that current case are not going to get paid by whatever comes out of the new case, right? So those guys are going to get ripped off. That's why they stopped doing that after 2015. 2016? 2015 or 16 is when they stopped recycling old unusual effects, right? And now, to be fair, I did speak with the creator of Tesla Coil, where his unusual effect was put into a universal drop pool, and he personally said that he didn't really consider it at the time, like he was getting ripped off out of money, because his effect was being put in all of the cases in the game. Personally, if it were me, I would feel as though I were ripped off. Like, if my unusual effect got suddenly put into a whole bunch of all the cases around, like in all the cases in the game, and I wasn't getting paid for whatever got pulled, I'd be pissed, right? But because Valve operates via that system, it's all about, you know, it's all about rinse and repeat for avoiding legal issues. I always forget how long crits last, man, on this thing. Boobs or no boobs? I mean, dude, you seen my character? It's obviously boobs. Oh, he's got the fucking Darwin's Danger Shield, which means... Oh, he's just dead, okay. No, yeah, I do notice the thing is, like, mildly OCD, I'm used to it, right? Like, like, other YouTubers and other people can share the exact same opinion as me, but because it comes out of their mouth, and it's like, here's the thing, right? I understand it's how I convey what I say. I convey what I say with authority. I convey what I say with emotion. I say it directly. I don't mince my words and dance around what I mean to say. Other YouTubers, they usually just, like, passively suggest something, or they go, oh, well, I think that, or maybe this, you know, they're never direct, right? People can't stand it when people are direct, when they're emotional, and they have confidence in their words, right? So people like Dane, and no offense to Dane, right? Because this is just how he speaks, you know. He likes to kind of passively suggest things, and not really, you know, and not really like never be direct with what he's saying, you know. So people are more inclined to agree with him because of how he conveys what he thinks than me, because I say prop hunt is bad. But Dane or Solar Light or what have you, they say, well, this will be better, and they don't directly comment on the problem, right? They kind of dance around it. I'm direct. If that's their prerogative, fine. If that's how they want to operate their channels, fine. But that's not how I do me. And because I don't play it safe like other people do, then people get pissed. Which is fine, I expect that. I'm fucking used to it. Been doing this for 5 years. And in every single one of those years, someone's been pissed. I wonder if I can just chip at this. I have all the ammo in the world, my friend. Oh, hi. Ah! Like, Big Joey brought up a good point. Why doesn't Valve just update other stuff, like other game modes we already have in the game? Like, could you imagine more vanilla player destruction maps? Player destruction is great for TF2. Like, that's an example of a new game mode that makes sense because it's still the root game, but the objective has been adjusted towards you kill players and collect their souls or bottles or whatever, and then deposit them on a moving point. That's like a deviation from the vanilla game that's just like control point, capture the flag, payload. That's fun. That's very enjoyable, right? That's something that Valve should be doing, is like freshening up or like introducing previously established content that works and is fun and putting that at the forefront of an update instead of throwing in more and more stuff that just dilutes what the game experience should be. Where they clearly drew the line in the sand with Meet Your Match by enabling casual mode and not introducing custom balancing for 6v6. Or even going so far as to limit classes or limit weapons, right? Thing is, Pastime and Manpower are dead for a reason, because, like, they die. Okay, so fucking Manpower died before Meet Your Match even came out. Like Pastime or Manpower came out in like the latter half of 2015, and then Meet Your Match dropped in 2016. Like, within a year, Manpower was dead. Like, there was hardly anybody playing it. The novelty wore off. They fucked off and did something else, right? Give me your crit. I missed. What do we do here? Medic, can I have health, please? Oh, that's Spy. Oh, the Spy is still here. Test them in 2014, they were bad. Like, are you talking about Manpower? Yeah, and Manpower still has way more players than Pastime, but that doesn't save them from being almost equally as dead. Like, saying saying Manpower has more players than Pastime is like saying Manpower has 50 players and Pastime has 12. It really does not mean much. Oh, well, guess I'll die. Thoughts on Lister's recent Meet Your Match video? That video does an exquisite job of relaying all of the mechanical problems with Meet Your Match. And this is the video I'm working on. No one dares say the more direct problem of saying that competitive is not TF2. Any community burst form of competitive TF2 is not the same game. And the philosophy around incorporating competitive modes or balancing of any kind into the base game and catering to that tiny minority of players was the initial fuck-up that began back in 2014. As soon as they had that notion in their brain, Valve, that this was a good idea, that they were going to attempt to bring the game into the modern era by pumping competitive modes into it, and like trying to appeal to, like, you know, people who didn't want to play the vanilla game in the first place, that was it. That was the problem. But no one ever wants to say that, because if you dare, and this is my experience, if you dare speak ill of competitive TF2 in any capacity in this sphere, your life is over. People will hate, and people still do, they will hate you for the rest of your fucking life if you dare speak ill of competitive TF2. Not to say that competitive TF2 hasn't done good. It certainly put a lot more eyeballs on the game, but it didn't bring more people to play competitive, it brought more people to play just the normal game. Oh shit, oh shit. I miraculously lived. No way. Alright, this guy has a medic in his ass. 3rd degree. Come closer. Oh, he took 2 hits, dude! So, that's the video I'm working on, where I attempt to elaborate upon the failures of the philosophy of even catering to a competitive version of this game. That's the idea. It's been a long time coming. I've been working on this script off and on for over a year because it's an incredibly nuanced topic that talking about on the fly is just borderline impossible without leaving holes in your statements. So be patient. It's almost there, but it's going to take me a little more time. Let's get out of here. We win. I'm missing donations here, I'm sorry. I feel like TF2 is past saving at this point, even despite Valve's awful handling of TF2, the core gameplay has gotten stale over the whole 16 years. And you know what? If it's stale for you, that's okay. Games are not meant to last forever. I think people fail to realize that. Games are not meant to last forever. If it's still fun for you, you can keep playing it, right? But don't keep changing what a game is in order to appeal to a newer and newer audience, because you're just going to destroy what original fans of this game have come to love by appealing to people who are never interested in this game in the first place. It's really fucked up. It's a modern development of modern gaming. It's a modern development of modern game development. It's a manifestation of modern game development because the forever game thing that I talked about earlier. I don't like rude bluntness, but so much of what you say is considerate for the game is that I think is fine. You don't mean any actual ill. Of course I don't mean any actual ill towards anyone, but because I convey something with emotion, or anger, people take it personally. But again, people fail to realize that games are not meant to last forever. It's okay if TF2 dies. You can appreciate, it's like people still go back and play Super Mario Bros. 3. Tons of people still go back and play Super Mario Bros. 3. Because in of itself, as a tight, unique product of a game, an amazing experience, it has stood the test of time. Same case for TF2. As its own standalone product, the gameplay being what it is this amazing team and class-based first-person shooter centered around territory control and defense, right? Because this experience has largely never changed. It's the same game, mostly, since 2007, aside from, of course, the slew of balance changes and what have you. All the classes are there, all the game modes are mostly still there, all the weapons, all that shit is still there. You can still get at the base game underneath all the shit they've layered on top of it. Right? And that's why it stood the test of time. It is still a good game at its core. But it would have died years ago if this game was not free. So, like, TF2 having 40,000 players is still, it's still more than what Gary's mod has. Gary's mod has like 20,000 players. Even if TF2 had 40,000 players, my god, that's amazing, right? That's still a shitload of people. That's more than what most games can say at any time. Yeah, I'm still missing chats, I'm sorry. Overwatch made me hate competitive shooters, especially competitive TF2. It's like, I think people also, like, get upset with me about the whole competitive thing. It's like, if you want to take your game seriously, go for it. But don't cater towards a different experience in order to make a game a sport. Because when you do that, it becomes a sport first and a game second, right? The best esports in the world are those that fall out of naturally fun games. The game has to be fun first. You don't cater for that experience out of the gate. You make a fun game, and then if the game can be applied to a competitive environment, then the player base will do that. And that's exactly what TF2 did. And it was fine for years. It never needed to be put into the official game in any capacity. Right? That said, we would be playing a very different game right now if Valve released a competitive mode or a version of TF2 on launch, almost like what they did with CSGO. It would be a very, very different game today. But because they didn't do that, this is where we are. Favorite Warhammer 40k fanfiction? I honestly know nothing about Warhammer. I only know that, like, the big dudes in armor is really cool, but beyond that, I don't know much about Warhammer. I'm sorry. I feel like Valve was a toddler, good ideas, shit execution, and, well, competitive could have never replaced casual. Valve screwed it up so much it could not be saved. It's amazing how much Valve fucked up. Yeah, Valve, this is something that I've had to like personally contemplate on, because all this would be is like a matter of assumption. Because, like, this is really off the cuff. I'm sorry. It's gonna be a garbled mess. This is like stuff I'm remembering from what I want to put down in this script I'm working on, right? So, Valve began chasing a competitive scene because I think Valve saw the writing on the wall with games like CS:GO and Dota. Their competitive scenes were getting massive in 2014, and they got either dollar signs or stars in their eyes. Like, oh shit. If we start leaning into that for TF2, we can make this game grow even more, right? I think that was their initial justification as to why they started pursuing an actual matchmaking system in a competitive mode. But I think they ultimately failed to realize that a fair and balanced class, by the way. I didn't even know that guy was there, and in 0.2 seconds, my health is completely gone, then I die to a pyro. Sniper's totally fine, by the way. Anyway. They had those stars in their eyes and started chasing a competitive mode. But they failed to realize that the established competitive scene that existed within the game was playing a different game than what they launched. And that 90% of people engaging with TF2 were playing that game and not the competitive game. So there was never going to be a real way to convince people or to like bridge the gap or whatever else other these people were calling for, because it's doing apples to oranges. It was never going to work out. Hi, Demo Man. Demo Man? Demo Man? Hello? Will he die? Nope. Yeah, they announced Overwatch in 2014, and then that was another reason for Valve to kind of like hyper-accelerate moving towards a competitive scene, because they wanted to compete with another hero shooter. That was going to be the next big deal. And then Overwatch eventually destroyed itself for the reasons that keep TF2 good. Because what happens in a competitive mode, people like the meta. People stick to the meta. And they keep getting better and better and better, because that's what you do in a competitive game. You can't keep adding stuff on top. You can't keep changing, balancing, because that ultimately fucks with what a competitive game tries to be. That's why competitive 6v6 removes weapons and has class restrictions. Because it keeps things simpler. It keeps things the same expected game, so people can keep increasing their skills, and, you know, it remains competitive. Whereas in TF2, it's just this big, massive clusterfuck of a casual shooter where people can do what they want, when they want, however they please, with whatever weapons and with whatever classes, and come and go as they please, that it could never be a competitive game. They have to water it down to resemble a sport. And that's another reason why competitive TF2 would have never succeeded in the vanilla game in the first place. So. I'm missing donations, I'm sorry. Also, I don't think it's fair to call Valve childish or a toddler. I mean, Valve just doesn't care about TF2 anymore. All we have left is Eric Smith working on the game, and he's doing what one guy can muster in order to keep this game popular and to keep the money flowing, right? Or to keep the lights on. Not even the money flowing, because they don't need the money from TF2, right? Like, CSGO... So, just to put things into perspective, 1 year of TF2 key sales matches what CS:GO generates in a month. A month. And that's being generous, right? That's being generous with how much money TF2 earns, right? So, CS:GO earns Valve $1 billion a year from just the cases. Just the cases. Can you fucking believe that? Just the cases alone generate Valve $1 billion. Just key sales, right? They don't need the money from TF2. So they put one guy on it, and this is what we get. So, but it's not fair to call Valve childish because they keep the lights on. And I'll say this again, because I've said it a million times. The only reason why TF2 is not dead yet, the only reason why Valve decides to keep the lights on, is because if they shut down TF2 tonight, if Valve said, hey guys, we're done. TF2's done, sayonara. It's been a great 16 years, the game is done. Right? If Valve made that statement, there would be sheer fucking panic inside of Counter-Strike. That game would start hemorrhaging money. Because what just happened? Valve just showed that they can flip the switch on a multi-billion-dollar system and delete it instantly. That would be mass market panic inside of CSGO, where everyone suddenly realizes, oh, I don't actually own all of these pixels I paid money for. They just shut down TF2. This will happen with Counter-Strike. One day, it will. Not anytime soon, but it will. And to suddenly turn off TF2 will scare everyone in Counter-Strike and go, uh-oh, I have $500,000 invested in weapons in a video game? It's not actually there anymore. And so they're going to have a mass panic cash out and the game will hemorrhage. It will hemorrhage a lot of money via the market. Would it hemorrhage players? Probably not. But it would seriously hurt that multi-billion-dollar market annually. CSGO probably earns about $2 billion a year at this point. I wouldn't be surprised. Other YouTubers have done the math for me. I'm not blowing smoke up your ass. Yes, CSGO earns Valve billions of dollars a year just from key sales. That's not counting, you know, market transactions. That's not counting all of the other stuff they sell in the game. That's not counting like campaign passes. It's not counting all this other stuff they make money off of, right? That's just the keys. Because the only place where you can get keys for CSGO is from the Valve store. Because there are no third-party markets for CSGO anymore that sell keys because they made keys untradeable. So. You wanna go after my medic? You may go away now. Be gone, sir. This is so stupid. This Pyro here. Let me help you. Here, let's just back up. You're good. You're good. So yeah, that's why TF2. I got off track. I forgot what I was talking about. But anyway, that's why TF2 doesn't die. Right? That's why TF2 is not going to get shut down because they cannot do that without seriously hurting CS:GO. To clarify, I mean a side game mode like Man vs. Machine, not part of the main one. To get something started, though, what are your thoughts on the soulless language like self-delete or like PTSD or the shell shock bit by Carlin? I don't think I follow what you're saying. Miss the old Overwatch where you could stack bastions. Yeah, the old Overwatch modes where you didn't have like class type restrictions, where you could stack tanks and like actually have fun with the game in a casual sense. Sorry, you can't do that anymore because the game must be competitive. You can't let players have freedom of choice because, oh, sorry, we need to make sure this is still an esport at the end of the day. So yeah, which is why Overwatch 2 sucks. CSGO skin bros equal NFT bros to an extent. And so like I would say they're pretty similar to each other, but the major difference is that you can actually use the CSGO skins for something, right? Like you're using them in a video game, you can play with them, you know, it's like collecting toys, right? At the end of the day, they're effectively worthless or only as valuable as what people say they are. But they have a purpose, they have a use, right? You're using them in a video game, you're having fun with them, they look cool, what have you. Whereas an NFT just kind of sits there. It's not even like a unique piece, it's like a unique piece of digital art, or not even that much, right? It could just be like a photo or something. So. I am what Germa would become if he never left. No, Germa's too chill. I would never, like, Germa would never mold into this embittered, cynical individual that I am. Like, crypto's dead, man. I think, like, the idea behind crypto is very interesting, but, and to be honest, I'm not, like, well-versed in cryptocurrency to, like, really have an informed conversation on it. But, ooh, well, I can't air blast. So, I'm not sure. Not sure. TF2 gets shut down, TF2 Classic takes over. I know some of the servers are totally wacky in the balance, but they'll probably port a base game weapon over to fill the gap. The game goes to the people. I think that's the worst. Like, that will inevitably happen. Valve's gonna shut the gates, and, like, the only things that are gonna be left are community servers. But that kind of harps on something I don't like. I don't think it's a good idea for the community to have control over the game. Because what you get as a result are the updates we get now. Because without curation, people will just throw in willy-nilly. That's why we get our zombie infections and our versus Saxon Hails. VSH is fine. And this is why we were going to potentially get Prop Hunt and all the other garbage hats and skins and what have you. If you leave it to the community, what's going to happen? This has been shown in the past with updates like Invasion and End of the Line, right? End of the Line is one thing. End of the Line was a very passionate individual, but without the backing of a developer helping him out and, like, helping him do the work, it almost killed the guy. He worked so fucking hard to, like, make this update in the short, this amazing thing, but because he wasn't backed by what a developer could do, it ended up flopping really hard. That's one problem. Then you have the problem with things like invasion, where if you hand it over to the community, people's individual greed will take over. And that will spearhead updates instead of trying to do something that more people will appreciate or love and will keep people coming into the game. So, yeah, the guy who did End of the Line, I believe he did quit his job in order to work on the update and all this stuff for it, which is, to me, fucking insane. You go, guy. Seriously. Like, you're awesome. But then you have, you know, individuals with the whole invasion update and what have you that were, you know, keeping money for themselves and incentivizing only certain things being made and having, and like manhandling and controlling everything for their own benefit and what have you. That's fucked up. That is undoubtedly, that's what's already happening in TF2 spheres that control content creation, right? Like, if you don't appeal to them, if you don't appeal to their sensitivities and their sociopolitics, it doesn't matter how good the content is that you make, you're gone. They don't want you there, right? That's why it should never go into the community, because the community almost always, in any video game, gets compartmentalized, right? We all love the same game, but it gets compartmentalized via sociopolitics and different belief systems and ideas. It's just not good. It's not good to put a video game in the hands of the community, period. That's what I think. Attaboy. I can't believe I'm still playing with the vlog. It's probably the easiest thing to do so I can keep talking. Do you think putting in a prime system like CSGO would fix the bot problem? No, because people still kept paying for premium accounts after Valve muted free-to-plays. So just making a premium system, you have bot hosters that are more than willing to spend the $5 or $10 per account just to keep doing what they do. So no. I think the best system that I've seen, even though it's not a good one, would be something akin to a CAPTCHA system. Something where you must have human input in order to, you know, play the game. And yes, there's bots and things that can get around CAPTCHAs, but it would make it a whole hell of a lot harder for bots to get through. And it would also very much inconvenience players because, okay, you have to enter a CAPTCHA once every game or something. But I think it would very much dilute the problem. It would water down the problem. It wouldn't completely be rid of it because there are systems that can get around CAPTCHAs. But, you know, yeah, you have AI tools that can do it. Yeah, it is indeed a very complicated issue, but that's not an excuse for a multi-billion-dollar company like Valve. They absolutely have the resources and manpower to, like, fix the problem. But they don't. They're too busy making VR headsets and having vacations in New Zealand. So. Have I mentioned TF2's file size? 25 gigabytes for a 2007 source game. I think this goes back to what I said earlier. I think because people are already willing to download like a 200 gigabyte game, the file size is of no consequence. It's stupid that people are willing to just kind of let that fly away willy-nilly, because again, you have people willing to download like a 500 gigabyte game, like, I don't know, Star Citizen or something, or however big that game is. It doesn't matter anymore. But it does bloat, and for people who are on lower-end machines, it does suck. It does suck. As someone who's a dev for a game that gets a lot of players, I agree with your prop hunt video. People want the base game and not novel mini-games where the fun only lasts for 10-20 minutes at the most. Cheers, thank you. People want to keep coming back to the same base game where they can keep having fun over and over again. People come for TF2. They don't come for a little novel, a little fun toy that they get bored with after 20 minutes and then fuck off. Derpy Pyro Battles. Who will win? Not me, because there's a soldier. Goodbye. I think that some parts of the community want TF2 to turn to a metaverse like TF2 with all kinds of official wacky game modes and crossovers. Yeah, this is what I was talking about earlier. Is that you have this modern era of gamers who've only ever really grown up with live service games. And so, because all they've ever been exposed to are games within games, like Minecraft and Fortnite and Roblox and what have you, some of which started out as their own unique individual experiences that then evolved and turned into sandboxes to appeal to a wider and wider player base. That's what they expect. And so when you tell them, no, TF2 should not have prop hunt, they look at you like you grew a third arm, because you're telling them something that to them is inherently obvious and must exist because that's all they've ever known, or what they've mostly experienced, I should say, right? So that's the issue. Hi, Spy. What am I doing? This is so stupid. I'm still playing Flog Pyro. I'll play something more interesting when I get less chatty. It's easier to talk as Flog Pyro. Gee, Bill, 2 pyros? Your shotgun means nothing. Ooh. Oh my god, I get killed by the butter knife, dude! Terror Billy! So. What's my opinion on the Ava rebuilds? Controversial opinion, but I like the Ava rebuilds more than the original series. You can crucify me for it, but I like those way more. No, yeah, a game is not a game engine. That is repeating what I said in my video, but I feel like that's just common sense. Hello, Pyro. Bob and weave, bob and weave. Oh, 2 pyros. Oh, I'm not dead yet. Dude, this is 3? 3 for 3? No. There's a Borderlands movie? Seriously? Why is there a Borderlands movie? That's kind of surprising. Did I miss any donations? No, I did not. Okay, hopefully I didn't. If I missed your donation, I'm sorry. Yeah, why is there an Overwatch? There will be an Overwatch movie, maybe. Why is there a Borderlands movie? I mean, I guess it could work, but is it going to be good? Is it live action? I hope not. Oh, hi. Oh, okay, well, they're all there now. Kevin Hart is casted as Roland, the serious guy? You gotta be... You're pulling my leg. There's no way. It's live action? It's gonna be bad, isn't it? Is it a Netflix movie? Or is it something that, like, Hollywood is squirting out? Oh, no. Jack Black is Claptrap. That'd be funny. Wait, no, that's serious? Is that real? No way! Oh, I thought that was a joke at first. You serious? That's fucking hilarious. Oh, you got Bunny Toki? My man, I got main Aris on my first roll, and that's all I wanted, so... Hi, Spy. Aw, I want crits. Here, go stand in front of a pyro so I can farm crits off you. That's a scout. I need a pyro. Okay, there's a pyro up here. I need crits. Do I play Azure Lane? No, I play Blue Archive. That is my gacha of choice. That is what I enjoy. Here, someone eat the flare. Thank you. Crit. Missed it. You. Give me. And fire. Got him. Here, I have an idea. This is now my time to shine. You just fucking walked off the cliff and died. Amazing. He just backed off the cliff and died of fall damage. Good night, random citizen. Azuna or Karen? Karen, dude. Karen is better. She's one of 2 brown girls in the game. Let's not talk about Blue Archive because it's gonna throw people off. As much as I love the game, it's like people are not here for anime. They're here to see me. They're here to see. They are here to see me mad. I missed your dono. Sorry. Which one did I miss? You've sent a bunch, by the way. Thank you for that. Let me see if I would miss. Which one? George Carlin had a bit of a soulless language via Shell Shock. You should watch it later. Pretty good. I've seen George Carlin before. Hot take, Monero was the only success as it isn't a new installment, but an anonymous currency, which was the end goal. That's going back to the crypto argument, but I'm not very familiar with it, so I don't have much input, I'm afraid. I don't have much input, I'm afraid. How would I improve war paints like Shell Shocked? I would not make it lime green. I would probably make it something more along the lines of the Thunderbolt sniper rifle, where it's, you know, more of a muted yellow. And I would also desaturate the black a little bit. But then beyond that, I think it'd be fine. Like, just the lime green or like the lime pink or purple are very off-putting in TF2. Yellow plays nice enough, so I think that'd be okay. Have I played Undertale? Yes, I love Undertale. It's a good game. Passive run only. Because I'm not a heartless bastard, I cannot kill Papyrus. I can't do it. I also can't do it to the goat mom. I'd feel horrible. I can't do that. I'm playing demo, man. We'll do demo. Indulge the masses. Watch Zelig. I'm not familiar. Did I miss another donation? Okay, there we go. I missed one. I apologize. Do you think that giving the community more modding opportunities like custom models, textures, etc. is a good idea? No. Like, someone wants to trade with me? I'm gonna just ignore that. I can't decline it for some reason. Thank you. No, I don't think it's a good idea. Because... like, on one hand, it would be if people were going to adhere to, like, retaining the TF2 style with new models and textures and what have you. But I don't think they'll do that. I think they'll just squirt in more random crap, and I don't think it's a good thing. So... yeah, I really don't trust the community to do anything with this game anymore. Why has no one ever talked about how broken the TF2 game coordinator is? I just queued it with my friend 5 times in a row and restarted the game and it still couldn't... yeah, so, Richter, that is a common bug where if you have a full party, you will not be put into a game. I'm gonna disconnect and find a new server because people have found me and they're being annoying. I have new items. Skullcutter. But, yeah, so that's just a bug with the game coordinator. If you have a party of 6, the game will just keep canceling your queue. So, and I think what it is that one or more person's Steam accounts are having an issue conflicting with the game. They can't communicate with it. So what you have to do is, like, restart Steam a bunch of times, and then eventually the problem will be fixed. I don't know why it does this sometimes. So, either your game or your friend's game is fucking up. It's really stupid. Equip the pan? No. If I made a boil... I've been talking so much I'm having a stroke. If I made a Battle Royale mode, the community gets mad, but for them, Prop Hunt is totally fine. I love the double standard for the community. I don't think it's a double standard, I think it's just whatever gets positive press, you know? If it's thrown out there and the initial face value reception is overwhelmingly good, then people will think it's good, right? Without ever actually trying it or dabbling with it, right? If it, like, flies under the radar and no one really... like, the only reason why, like, Prop Hunt got big is because people immediately started talking about it, and most people didn't want it. Most people didn't like it. Right off the bat. That's why it was getting so much, like, traction and controversy. So... and then I chimed in, then Monkey chimed in, and other YouTubers chimed in, and then it just kind of spiraled down into, like, people saying, we don't want this, which is perfectly acceptable. If you don't want it, that's okay. You're allowed to say you don't like something. You're allowed to say you don't want something. It's perfectly acceptable. That's what the workshop is for. Where do we go once Prop Hunt gets added? Will we start getting Death Run and other shit? Absolutely. Like, if they throw Prop Hunt in this game... like, that's it, man. Like, there's nothing preventing them from adding literally anything else. Oh, this guy's got the right idea. I'm just gonna go this way. Ow. Our modding tools were made only for a moral and religious player base. It is wholly inadequate to the game of any other. Okay. I'm not well read enough to understand why that falls into line with what John Adams says. That's my own lack of experience with, like, history. Oh, this is a steamroll. I don't know, but no, the gaming coordinator is like irrecoverably fucked. There's so many issues with the matchmaking system. It's not a matchmaking system. What we have now is effectively glorified quick play, because Valve basically turned off all aspects of a matchmaking system, putting people of roughly equal skill level against each other, because that just doesn't work. What they have to do now is basically roughly match the collective skill level of both teams for an average, right? But then what does that do? That effectively functions the same way as an auto-scrambler. So now, any game that you get is of equal or less quality than your typical quick play game was back in the day. So yeah, casual is objectively worse than quick play for that reason. I have the fucking meat and not the sandwich. Alright, this guy dies. Oh, damn it! If I had swung 1 frame sooner, he'd be dead. People forget that TF2 runs on a 32-bit engine from 2004. TF2 was originally 2.5 gigabytes at launch and is now 10 times that size. Eventually, the engine will crack. Yes, it already breaks. For example, you guys know the map Bloodwater? If there are too many active particles on that map, the server running it will just crash because it pushes the engine so far to its limits. And you can actually run Scottish Resistance Demo Man. If you get like 3 Scottish Resistance Demo Men and then spam stickies into the Blood River, the server will crash because you're overloading it with too many particle animations. It'll just die. So like we already pushed this game's engine to its limit as it is. Oh, lordy. Do you think people are pushing too hard for TF2 to be a competitive game? They did. They did 5 years ago, 6 years ago. And we are now dealing with the aftermath of that as Valve abandoned their game because their pet project of making TF2 the next CSGO, the next Dota, the next whatever, failed. And they tried to recover from that with Jungle Inferno. But because people came back to the game and expected them to either remove or fix all the problems with the matchmaking system, they didn't do that. Everyone left en masse. And like the game's player count hit like an all-time low not too long after Jungle Inferno. And that was Valve's sign of like, okay, fuck it, we're not touching this game anymore. And they went hands off. After Blue Moon, the same updates we've been getting for the past 5 years, it's been that same system. So, yes, they did indeed make the mistake of trying to cater to the competitive scene. And we're dealing with the lasting damage that caused. And we will never recover. Am I blaming competitive players for this? No, I'm blaming Valve. But Valve absolutely did listen to the wrong people. Good night, Blanked. TF2 went too far for both extremes, trying too hard to be competitive, and now it's trying too hard by swinging the other way. Yes, but for different reasons, right? Now with each passing game mode, they're appealing to a new tiny minority of people, right, that are already playing the game. But then if they put something like Prop Hunt into the game, right, that's going to appeal to people who were not interested in TF2 in the first place. Because like, oh, I already played Prop Hunt inside of Gary's mod. Oh, TF2 has it now. This other game I don't care about. I'm going to go play that now. And they come play it and realize it sucks compared to like Gary's mod's version, and they're going to go fuck off. It's just going to die in the game. Yeah, now TF2 is swinging too hard in the other direction to try to appeal to new players that didn't care about the game in the first place, just like 6 is. Fuck! The VScript stuff is, I think, the ultimate proof that TF2 has no future. I think Valve had any plans to overhaul this game, they would have been piling this complex community stuff. No, yeah, like, them releasing VScript was the sign that Valve is forever going to remain hands-off with this game. They're leaving it to the players to make whatever the fuck they want, right? Because if they really wanted to put in their own new stuff, they would have done that years ago. They would have come back on this train, but they have no interest in doing that. So now here, community, go crazy. And because they don't vet anything, there's no quality control, whatever the community's going to make is what's probably going to get squirted in, right? And this is why Prop Hunt got such a huge backlash, right? If Valve was still treating the workshop like they used to and still curating content, then technically there would be no responsibility on the community to upload whatever the fuck they want. Because it's entirely on Valve to, like, pick good stuff. But because they don't do that anymore, it's now our responsibility to ensure that the content we upload on there is good and well playtested and perfectly acceptable for the game, right? Because Valve doesn't do that anymore, it's on us now. And this goes back to me saying that you would think it's common sense for us to pick up their mantle and uphold quality standards. But if you dare float that by some people, they fucking foam with the mouth and call you a bigot or something. It's like, yeah. Do you think taunts were a mistake? No, taunts were a mistake when they became emotes. The fact that, this is a taunt. I'm lifting weights as Foghorn Leghorn. You know? That is not a taunt, that is an emote. If they stayed truly as taunts, then I would be infinitely more okay with them saturating the game with more taunts. They're really of no consequence, right? Because they ship with the game by default, and like just giving us more of them that were still taunts, that's totally fine. So. Do you think the newer generations will care or even bother to look for older offline single-player games meant to be individual games? I don't know, man. Let me think about that. I think with where the current market is going, and with the immense successes that are games like Fortnite and Roblox, and like Minecraft evolving into a sandbox and what have you, I don't think we're gonna see people swing back around to single-player individual experiences anytime soon. Like, people who enjoy those types of games are gonna become a smaller and smaller minority, because fewer and fewer of those games are going to be made. Because that's not what is marketed anymore, because that's not what earns money. What earns money are forever games, where they can just keep throwing they can keep drip feeding us content into the same title and then sell that as a finished product over and over again, instead of dedicating all the time, resources, and manpower to create a new title that people would enjoy as a standalone product, but that's too much for them. It's easier just to recycle the same stuff over and over as a new game. So unless people kind of wake up to, like, the slop they're being fed, I really don't see that swinging the other way. And the reason why people aren't really kind of waking up to that is because the primary market for video games will always and forever be younger people, right? And younger people are just swayed by whatever's on social media or swayed by whatever's, like, thrown on their screen. And all you need to do is buy up enough digital ad space and advertise Fortnite, now featuring go-karts, right? Does Fortnite have go-karts? I think they do, right? Then now that, because that's all you need to do, it's like, oh yeah, go-karts sounds fun, and then they go play Fortnite instead of, like, a racing game, like Forza or something. You know? So, and that's not to say that there's still good individual single-player games being made. Like, you have Elden Ring, which is a fucking phenomenal game. Baldur's Gate 3 is another one that came out recently. People love that game. Like, there's still standalone titles that are fantastic. But then you have an additional problem. Do I dare talk about this? I don't know if I should talk about this. I'll try to say it as general as I can. There is an incentive for gaming companies to push single-player titles where they have a tendency to inject themselves into the game. And inject their beliefs, their own persons, what have you, instead of trying to make a good game for as many people as possible. And as a result, you keep getting worse and worse products that appeal to fewer and fewer people, and that's also killing the single-player game market, because you can't really do that for an online multiplayer game like Fortnite, because there is no story, there is no purpose, it's just a bunch of fucking mini-games, right? But for a single-player game, you can mold and spin and tell whatever story you want, and because companies now have an incentive to tell certain stories, that's what they make. So. Do I like Hitman? Not really. It's not my thing. Most newer TF2 maps are not designed for all classes. They're for more mobile classes that screw over Heavy, Pyro, and Spy. We need more small maps. I completely agree. That's why I love maps like Mountain Lab, Powerhouse, Dust Bowl. I played on a community King of the Hill map, but I don't remember the name of it, the other day. Maps where every class has their spot, their role, and their purpose. That's why I don't like 5CP. Because 5CP maps completely stunt Pyro, Heavy, Engineer, and Spy, and Sniper. You have to be the most mobile of classes in order to, like, really have an engaging experience on 5CP, unless you just, farm and camp on last and defend on last for 30 minutes. Thank you, Aaron. There's a King of the Hill map called Snowbank, which is a reskin of Databank that is on the workshop, and it is very, very fun. It's a fantastic King of the Hill map. It plays really well. Every class has like their slot and their role and their purpose. It's a small map, but because of the layout, it feels really big. It plays incredibly well. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. I'll post a link in my chat because I think it's something that people should go investigate. Hold on. Here we go. Yeah, this is it. Like, if we are gonna get a winter map, this is absolutely something that we should get. This map plays incredibly well. It's very good. Highly recommend trying it out if you can.
Mission begins in 10 seconds.
It's solid. And in my opinion, it looks better than Databank. This winter version looks more like TF2 than Databank does. Like, that looks like a more official, that looks like more of an official TF2 map than what Databank ever was. So. The prisoner is dead. You don't want to crits me here. Now is not the opportunity. No, let's wait. Don't do that. Let's wait. Just chill. Just chill here. Come back. Chill. Don't show yourself. Wait. Patience. Wait for a respawn wave, then we can farm. But sadly, it looks like there's just another fucking combo having fun. Oh, there's a sniper. Oh, okay, fuck it. Oh, man, there's a spy. Shit! So, do I want to see VIP mode in TF2? No, there's a reason why it didn't make it into the game. It's not very good. It's not very good at all. Oh, my music ended. Let me put this one on. Jesus! Okay, that was loud. Sorry. Sorry, didn't mean to do that. That was a lot louder than I thought it was going to be. Oops. My bad. I apologize for the accidental ear rape. That was not my intention. Oh god, please don't add VIP mode. Okay, so here's the thing. Like, we are pre-worrying about something that has not happened yet. The reason why I spoke about the prop hunt mode is because I kind of want to nip this in the bud before it becomes something it shouldn't. Right? Like, I want to shut down the idea of prop hunt being acceptable for TF2 because it really isn't. Oh god. At least let me kill the spy. Oh, there's too many snipers. Ah! Can't play heavy no more. But if they add game modes like prop hunt, you know, if they keep pushing for prop hunt, then I fear that's just going to incentivize the continued development of game modes and things that are just not TF2 anymore. And it will open the floodgates for quite literally anything. We'll get a kart racing game, we'll get VIP mode, we're gonna get, you know, we're gonna get, like, Tetris and a color matching game. I don't fucking know. We're just gonna get a bunch of stuff that isn't TF2 slapped into the game, right? We're gonna get a bunch of little, like, cute community server activities. Forever. Please, 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 please. Oh my god. VIP is TF2. It's not good, but it's TF2. I mean, yeah, it's at least marginally better for the fact that it is still TF2. Doesn't mean it should go in. So. There are too many snipers in this server. It's making me just want to leave. Because, like, you can't play against them. You just walk out and die. Yeah, TF2 card, yeah, or TF2 Dark RP, or Slender Fortress, or whatever the fuck else there is inside of community servers, yeah. Can't wait for all these things to get added. That's coming next. It's gonna be great. Hope you're ready. There we go. That's a stab. There we go. That's how you play Spy. That's how you do it! I suck at Spy, by the way. Whoop. Come here. I'll just butter knife you. I have health. I have health. Come here. I have health. Oh, and he gets a crit because why not, dude? Sniper's melees should not have random crits. If you're that close to a sniper, he should be fucking dead. Period. He had 5 health. Sniper TF2 is totally balanced. I completely disagree. Also, please remove random crits. Please remove random crits on melees of Sniper only. Gotta love 60% chance to get one shot. I don't think Sniper is balanced at all. I am of the belief that Sniper's design is inherently flawed, and he should have never been put in this game in the first place. I'm sorry. Did not realize you're gonna just quite literally kill yourself by putting yourself in a coffin. Whoopsie. Oh, you've got to be kidding me, dude! Yeah, class is totally balanced, where he quickscopes me, then melees me to death. Or attempts to quickscope me and then melee me to death. You gotta be fucking kidding me, dude. Fair and balanced class, everybody. Someone's gonna clip this and put it on Twitter, and oh, Zesty's mad about Sniper again. You can't not say that that isn't bullshit. Seriously? And I got a stab, and then he quickscopes me and I die to a melee hit. Are you fucking kidding me? Totally nothing wrong with the class, by the way. I was at death HP, but after I got a backstab, so I had 210 health. Then he quickscopes me, and then I die to a crit. Come on! And this guy is like obviously like the 50,000 hour sniper main because he has like a $6,000 loadout. It's the only class he plays. And that just shows that this game was not designed to handle people playing the same class for 6,000 hours. Period. Any strong feelings on TF2 crossing into other games? I don't care about what other games do. Like, if another game wants to put the fucking heavy in there, that is of no consequence to, like, the normal game, right? I don't care. You want to put fucking Scout in Fortnite? Do it. I could genuinely care less. Did someone drop down on my head? It'd be funny. Oh, nope, I was found out. Yeah. We got too many compies in here. I'm gonna find a server that's a little bit more my speed, I think. A little less sweaty, a little less 80,000 kills on a sniper rifle type of server. Something that's a little more enjoyable for my own time. Something that's more enjoyable for you guys to watch as well. Would I play it if 343 Industries bought TF2 and gave it updates? I don't know, man. I don't even know about handing off TF2 to another developer at this point. Because like, every other developer is going to be incentivized to, like, keep doing the shit they've been doing anyway. Just pumping in more crap into the game. Like, would it change anything? No, I don't think so. Oh, hey! I forgot something. You guys want to... Here, you know what? I'm going to take a break. I'm going to take a break because I have something. Alright? I have something. I'll be right back. Hold on. Give me a second. Give me a second. have something. I have something. Actually, I have two things, really. I have two things to show you. Two things to share. And you're gonna experience this with me. You're gonna experience this with me live right now. You ready? I wish dude, if there was like an official Asuka Fumo, I would buy like 30 of them. Alright, I'd buy 30. So, I have something special. Something interesting, alright? I need to like adjust my webcam for like, just like make this a little bigger. Alright, there we go. We got some special stuff today. So we are gonna continue the tradition. We are gonna continue the tradition of trying out random food items. On stream. And we got some special stuff today. We have Funyuns, but spicy queso flavor. Okay, so I should say that these items were in like the 50-cent bargain bin at Walmart. They could not get rid of these. No one wants these. And I also have a churro Kit Kat. Kit Kat churro. This was 50 cents. This was 50 cents. Nobody wanted this. Welcome to another episode of Live Slop Diaries, where I enjoy 2 slop items for you. All right, so what do I start with? Do I do Funyuns or do I do the Kit Kat? Funyuns or Kit Kat? Which one? Decide for me. Funyuns or Kit Kat? Funyuns or Kit Kat? I'm seeing overwhelmingly Kit Kat. So we'll start with the Kit Kat first. So we have a churro Kit Kat. There was also a blueberry muffin flavored Kit Kat that I recorded the other day, but I lost the footage and I only bought one and it's gone. The blueberry muffin Kit Kat tasted like candle wax and it was fucking terrible. This is probably also going to taste like candle wax. Let's find out. Yeah. Let's do it. Get the smell. Nice hits. It smells of white chocolate, aerate, hit the palate, cinnamon, nutmeg, maybe a little bit of shortening and fat, and of course the shitty in the wrapper smell after being left out in a hot sun for too long. It's like, you know, it's gray. It's like melting in my hand because it's you know, it's like white chocolate. Oh god, I like this just smells sickeningly sweet. It is sickeningly sweet. You know what? It's not bad. It's actually pretty good. Like, if I had, like, this is like, you know, very, very obvious, strong chemical flavor. Strong chemical smell, but it's actually pretty good. Like, I would say, it's like a 7 out of 10. It's like a 7 out of 10. It's really good. I'm not kidding. Why was this on sale? They couldn't sell these. They're actually really good. I mean, like this is the food that will kill you. Like if we go to the ingredients are sugar and vegetable oil, including palm, shea, sunflower, seed oils, guys. Give me a fucking seed, you know, seed oils. Everything a growing boy needs is seed oils. You know, natural and artificial flavors, corn syrup. Love me my corn syrup. Yellow 5, blue 2, lake 4, red 40, salt, yeast, and baking soda. 7 out of 10 for the churro Kit Kat. It's very good. Will fuel me for the assembly line. Funyuns. Moment of truth. Spicy queso. New! Apparently, but they were already 50 cents at Walmart because they couldn't sell them. They were already in like the clearance aisle. They could not get like this was in the clearance aisle and this was in the clearance aisle because no one was buying them. So a deliciously different snack that's spicy fun. Finally, the zesty taste of Funyuns. Onion flavored rings you've known for years has met its bold match, spicy queso flavored onions. Onion flavored rings deliver the crispy texture and shape of an onion ring. Oh god, it's horrible. Oh, it's horrible. Oh fuck. Oh. Oh Jesus, it smells like it smells like cheddar cheese and motor oil. What did they do? How did they manage to make this like the most unpleasant smelling chip? Holy shit, god, they stink. Wow, it smells really bad. Yeah, it's like oh fuck. It's like you have like cheese and you have like pepper flakes and then motor oil all mixed together in this. It smells so bad. It smells stale. What's the date on these? They go bad in 2 weeks, so. Oh my gentle Jesus, this is horrible. All right, let me get like a ring shaped one here. Give me one that's like an actual full ring. They're all broken. Here we go. They're smaller than usual Funyuns. They're all small. They're all about this size. They're all tiny. I hope it doesn't taste as bad as it smells. If it does, we're in for a wild fucking ride. No, they're crunchy. They're crunchy chips. They're you know, they're like corn chips. It's a corn product. It's cornmeal and it's fried and what have you. But so, cheers, ladies and gentlemen. They do not taste as bad as they smell. Like, the instant you put it in your mouth, the nasty smell goes away. But they smell so unappetizing. What? That's so weird. Ah, it's bizarre. I gotta do another one. It's actually a pleasant flavor. They're actually good. That's like a 9. It's like, this is easy a 9. Easy 9 out of 10. These are fucking good. Get these if you can. Like, I would give them a 10 if they didn't smell like shit. No, actually, no. No, I gotta give it an 8. I gotta give it an 8 out of 10 because the smell is really bad. You open it up and the first thing you smell is like the chemicals they put in here to preserve them. And then like faintly cheese and then like some pepper flakes and motor oil. It smells really bad. But the flavor more than makes up for it. So. Ad. Hashtag ad. It's not an ad. This is 50 cents. Why wouldn't I do this on stream? Alright. That's enough. That's enough slop. No, it's an 8. It's an 8. It's an 8. It's not a 9. It's an 8. Also, this is just sparkling water. It's not soda. I don't drink soda. Sparkling water is quite nice. Recycle your cans. Anyway, there you go. There's our slop review. There's our slop review for the day. I might clip that, put that on my second channel. Who knows? Anyways, back to casual. Do we even have? Do I have payload maps enabled? Oh, I don't. Okay, so let me do... What do I want? Powerhouse. Just Powerhouse, really. Do I have Gorge enabled? I do. Oh, fuck me. Why'd I do that? No! Fuck! I'm a retard. Let me put that back. So, Gorge, Dust Bowl, Mercenary Park, Mountain Lab, and Gravel Pit, and Steel. And then we want no CTF. I only care about Powerhouse. King of the Hill. Nucleus. Lakeside. High Pass. Shark Bay. Sawmill. Why not? Payload. Barn Blitz. I haven't played Barn Blitz in a hot minute. Have not played. I played Thundermount the other day. Upward. Actually, no. Fuck Upward. Frontier. Badwater. Good enough. Good enough. CTF is fun for when you don't want to play the game. You just chill. Chubby emu TF2 video. This man ate Funyuns for 3 days straight. This is what happened. On the night of November 11th in 2023, an individual by the name of Z stuffed his face full of 5 bags of Funyuns spicy queso within the span of 2 minutes. He quickly found himself inside of a hospital bed, puking his guts out. This is what happened. When you consume large amounts of soy and seed oils and cornmeal, the human body does not know what to do and metabolizes everything as sugar. So it immediately put his body into a diabetic coma, and he fucking died. I can't imitate his voice. I'm not very good at it, but there's your fucking chubby emu Zesty death video. Demo man. Wash your hands. They're not dirty. It's like a little flex I put on my shirt. Whatever. Wash your hands. Like I was handling some kind of toxic chemical. Nerd. Nasty. My hands weren't even dirty. Chill. Alright, fine. I have a rag here. She's my... Do my fucking rag. I'm playing Roamer. Found the compy. Gunboat's original. Sticks out like a sore thumb. We know you. Imagine the smell. Shut up. You're horrible. Why do I have a rag on my desk? It's like a dust rag. What the fuck? What? Why did the engineer just pull out a drum set? What game am I playing? When did that get in? Why does the engineer have a drum set? This is new? What? Huh? Summer? Halloween? I can't even fucking keep track anymore. What the fuck, man? The killer solo taunt? Okay, I forgot that was added. And like I'm just like shocked when I see engineers pull out an entire like a fucking entire drum set materializes out of the bowels of hell, and engineer does butums, and then it goes right back down into the devil's garage. I don't... Why? Why? It's like... Hey, Zsauce, Michael here. Do you know you have fingers? Hey, Vsauce, Michael here. Come on in. It's my favorite opener for a Vsauce video was that fucking one. I lost my shit when he did that one. What is happening to my game? What is happening to my fucking game, man? Oh... I say my game as if though it were my game, but Jesus Christ. We don't have a medic on him. I don't even fucking care. I'm just gonna put these here.
Mission begins in 10 seconds. 5, 4,
Just put some... Oh, he's got the fucking... Does he have the zappy cannon? Oh, I'm just gonna die to an engineer now. Oh no. Health, please. Oh dear. Look at how they massacred my boy. Bringing out the Godfather references, man. New map, Slopville. Stop talking about big white cock. Enough. Like, I am an average man, alright? That's all you need to know. I'm average in every sense of the word. Except I am 6'7". That's it. That's the only thing that's abnormal about me. People fucking typing big white cock in my chat. Enough. Oh, I detonated that too early, dude. Whip it out on stream. Fucking... What? Pull it out? No. Y'all are fucking weird, man. Ay, ay, ay. He's pulling his cock out! Oh god, this is awful. Oh lord, why are they all here? Why are they all here? What if you went to the doctor and he told you you have the gay gene? Is there a gay gene? Is that a real thing? Like, scientifically, I am gay. That's, like, objectively false. Because I'm only sexually attracted to women. That would mean the doctor is wrong. What? It makes no sense. What kind of a hypothetical is that? I'm a carrier. I'm a carrier. Oh, that's funny. Who cares? If you're gay, you're gay. Who gives a shit? How would I react? I would react in the same way I just did now. Like, I'm not gay, dude. I have the gene, but okay. I guess it's dormant. Like, technically I have the gene for brown eyes, but that was my non-dominant gene. That's why I have green eyes. So, it's in me, but I ain't gay. The femboy gene, die. Oh, I'm so tired of hearing about femboys, dude. I want to beat my head against a wall. So tired of it. Shoot me. Science has determined that you are gay. Why are you gay? High Priestess Gabagool, you are like the 9 millionth person to say I look like Jeffrey Dahmer. Everyone says that. Like the only things people compare me to are Germa and serial killers and like cult leaders and shit. Those are the only things that people compare me to. Nothing else. We don't need these. Just delete all these stickies. Thank you. Aha, your stickies are gone, sir. They have been removed. You look like a chudjack. What the fuck does that mean? Like, I am aware of like what soy jacks are and shit, but I don't really understand like all the different lingo. There's just too much. There's too much to keep up with. So like there's like a new fucking word every day. I think I'm gonna find a new game, because if the roll from the previous round was of any indication, we're not even gonna be able to get out of spawn. And guess what? Because auto scramble features are disabled, because matchmaking is the future. Nothing we can do about it. It's not a it is quite literally a skill issue, because the collective skill on my team is less than the other team. Therefore, there's not a balanced match. Nothing else to do but leave and try to find a better one. There's no causative genes, just a fun fact that there's a gene that resulted in an 80% chance to have Alzheimer's before any lifestyle factors. Someone here likely has it. Have fun sleeping. No, I know that's a fact. It runs in my family, so I'm likely gonna die in a state of dementia. Can't wait. Gonna be fun. Would I re-add Team Scramble? Absolutely. Because Team Scramble does work. As controversial of a statement as that is, it absolutely works. 100%. Because how does balancing work in TF2? When one team's collective skill, average skill, is roughly equal to the other. And the best gauge we have are points. That's all we do have. Right? And points mean very different things for other classes. 500 hours on Scout is very different than 500 hours on Medic, right? But at least loosely, the general performance of a player can be relied upon by points. And if you average either side to be roughly the same, it works decently well. That's the best we have. Not saying it's the best thing that could be done for the game, but it's the best thing we have. That matchmaking system just removed for the sake of putting everyone of an equal skill level against each other, but then they again turn that off because, oh, we can't really do that without making queue times 5.5 hours. And also, we don't have a set of generally applicable stats that can be applied to everybody. Actually, no, that makes no sense because like you can't even use the same set of general stats for all classes because every class is different. It has a different amount of influence, and also different amounts of playtime for different classes cannot be equated, right? That's why the matchmaking system fucking failed because you can't just say, oh, this guy with 50 points has had the same impact on the game as this other guy with 50 points. So the best way to keep it is to keep it very general and just scramble the teams, and that usually works. So, I'll play Soldier. Same issues as with an MMR. Thank you! Skill-based matchmaking systems were a fucking plague on the game scene! You don't understand, our games have to be even and everything has to be competitively viable! Fuck! Oh, hold on, I know what I need to do. Hang on. The only time I will permit usage of the short circuit. Only time I permit usage of the short circuit. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. Just getting out there. Anybody else? Anybody else? No, we're good. We're good. All right. We'll send another couple little zappy balls. Shotgun. Here, just send that after you. There we go. All right, we're good. That's all we needed to do. Just put that there for no fucking reason. I never play engineer. I don't know what I'm doing. You're not allowed to main a specialist class. It's not viable in 6. You're having fun? How dare you? Fun in my game, you fucking beast? What is going on in my chat? You fuckers are weird, man. Did some weird ass shit. What the hell's going on? Alright, now I'm not playing engineer. Oh, do you like my Bionicle loadout? It's a Bionicle. It's Onua. I didn't do that. Why did it reset? What the fuck? That was weird.
Mission begins in 30 seconds.
Don't mind sharing my HUD backgrounds? Just Google Asuka wallpaper. You'll find it. It's just the internet. I should probably change it. I haven't changed my HUD backgrounds in a while. But something fresh, like just like a giant pair of tits slapped across it. Just to like lean into like the porn addict thing. Because apparently being heterosexual and liking boobs means you're a porn addict. On Twitter. It's a giant pair of anime titties. Should probably not be using the direct hit, but here we are. Oh, they Ubered. Oh, nope. And he's got Natasha, dude. Oh, he's still so healthy. No anime. Only 3D. No, 3D is bad. He says as he dates a real woman. Oh god. Oh god. Oh no. Oh no. That fucking loadout sucks. I hate that hat. Oh, wait, I forgot. I gotta be using the black box. Wait, not the black box? No, I lied. I have to use a direct hit right now. Forgot I need some clips. Hopefully I don't suck. Where's their team? Hello? I'm so sorry. He did not deserve that. He took 3 mini-crit direct hits, dude! There we go. Haha! Who's next? You! Fuck! Dude, that fucking random crit did 300 damage. One of the rare moments when I just took down a fully overhealed heavy with the fucking equalizer. Use it sometimes. It's funny. Like, listen, most of the time this weapon sucks, but every now and again, funny. Alright, there we go. Now we have a presence on the point. Fucking god, this loadout. Stop saying... What, okay, can someone elaborate? What does GYATT mean? Someone define that non-word for me, because I see it everywhere now. What does it mean? Oh. Why is my chat going insane? Welcome to the shit show. I gotta call me on here, Richter. I don't feel like calling you right now. I don't know if I want to do that. You know how well it went last time. It means you spotted someone with a fat ass. Is that what it means? I don't think so. I think you're lying to me. I think the more collective definition I'm seeing in chat is you having just said goddamn, which I think makes more sense. Get the fuck... The same fucking spy. No, Richter, I'm not bringing you on just so you can explain that fucking word to me. I'm not doing that. 'Cause I know where it's gonna go. We're gonna have like a playful argument over nonsense for an hour. I'm not really in the mood to trash my voice. What do you think about Killing Floor? I've not played Killing Floor. I probably should. I hear it's a very good game. There's no one here. Oh, that works. Ooh, lordy. Here, you wanna... Please, I was hoping for a random crit right when I got down there. He had 6 health, dude! Okay, I'm not using a banner. I'm using a shotgun. Fuck it. Give me my panic attack. I'm upset by that. Am I going to address the racial allegations? Yes, I am indeed the most racial of YouTubers. Fear my power. The most racial. Whatever the fuck that means. That is who I am now. Ooh, well, no, okay. The collective consensus here is that no one can fucking aim. Hit somebody. Oh, he fucking popped the vaccinator bubble. So nice. Do we even have a medic? We do. I thought there was a health kit in here. Maybe I'm stupid. Racial Germa. That's what I am. Very racist. Very racial. Wrong one. Very racial. Ah, yes. Minus 15. Oh, fuck me, dude. Okay, see now, this is when this is gonna shine. Where's my loadout? Now give me... Where's my skin? Because I have to have skins. Here we go. 3rd degree time. So you are Hitler! Oh, Lord. Oh, of course he's running battalions, dude, so I wouldn't even be able to random crit the medi beam anyway. Oh! Eggnog is gross, my friend. You have not had eggnog mixed with bourbon. You have not had eggnog mixed with bourbon, and oh, it's so good. It's quite delicious. Are they in here? No. Where'd they go? Are they in here? Oh, they're in there. Oh, shotgun aim. Oh, shotgun aim, dude! He doesn't even move like a human player! You see that shit? He's like... That's not a real human. How is he playing with a controller? Oh my god! What was that? Let's try that again. Are they still in here? Is there anybody in here? They're all gone. Okay. Go get this fucking medic. Are they even watching their point? They are. Oh, lordy. I have an idea. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, I mistimed it! Come on. No, come on! The angle's not right! I'm trying to air blast the sentry rockets into the sniper. Eggnog and bourbon recipe. You just typed it. That's all you do. It's just 1 part eggnog, 5 parts bourbon, and you're good. It's good shit. Oh god. This is why I fucking hate the vaccinator, because it just shuts down any semblance of fun play. It's horrible. Easily one of the most annoying weapons to deal with in this game. Is murder okay? No? What are you smoking, my friend? Medic, help. See, now I have an opportunity to do some damage here. I'm out of ammo. Just get rid of that. You don't need that. Oh, he stopped healing him, dude! No, I've never really sought out any of the TF2 merch. The only thing I have is like the soldier figure. It's the only one I got. It's in my apartment. It's not here, but I don't know. I'm not really big on like physical I have like a TF2 T-shirt. I've never really worn it. Beyond that, I'm not really into like I seek out merch for like anime. That's kind of it. Come on, come on, come on. Let me do it. Shit. Oh, fuck's sake, dude. All right, I think heavy might be the answer. Actually, no, let's try to go back to soldier. We're not getting anywhere. Let's go away, friend. Are you a spy? What the fuck are you doing? Play the game? Act like an idiot? Hello? Oh god, there's nothing I can do against this shit, dude. Please heal me. Thank you. No, we'll just ignore them and go this way. So I should just have a clear line of sight on the gun. No sentries. Oh god, where's my team? Alright, this is not fun. I'm gonna find a server where my team actually has brain cells and makes their presence known and tries to push instead of just, like, not leaving spawn. I don't know what Duckman is. I've seen this. I've seen this mysterious figure of Duckman manifest in my comment section. I feel like that's a meme. I feel like that's a joke. Like I don't get it. I don't know what that is. I feel like it's just like trying to bait me into like looking into something that's not real. I don't know what it is. It's a series? Well, there you go. 10 commandments for FPS weapon balancing? I think the only one I can think of is no stun mechanics. Beyond that, I don't know, because stun mechanics fucking suck to deal with. They are not fun. Well, throw into another Dust Bowl game, where the guy playing with the rocket jumper, but at least my team is like a presence. Give me this ammo. Sure, that works quite nicely. Oh, I should have I did right click, dude. It didn't fucking hit the rocket. I mean, was Madcap ever funny? I don't think it was. Like, it was just like a shitty item that turned into a meme. I don't think it was ever funny. I don't think it was ever funny anyway. Oh, dude, come on. I reflected it into the ground. And it killed me. I heard the reflect sound. That's unfortunate. I hate Dust Bowl so much, but also... dude, Dust Bowl is fun. Dust Bowl is very fun. Oh, sure, that works. Why not? Fuck it, let's just do this again. Except this time I'm just gonna work on killing the players in here. Apparently that still was not enough. Stock it is. Actually, no. I think that... we'll try this. Higher DPS. Nice, tight hallway. Everyone's just gonna walk into it and fucking die. That is not me. That is me. Oh my god. You know what? I think that's enough TF2. We're just not getting any games where anything can happen. I'm gonna cut the stream there. That's long enough too. What is that? 2 hours? That's fine. That's good enough for me. It's just... some days TF2 is not fun. Some days TF2 is just not fun, and you know what? Sometimes you just gotta stop. You just gotta stop, and I don't know why people, like, insult people for, like, leading a game that's not fun. Just drop it and be done. Like, that's enough. I think that's enough for me. Because now I'm not getting fun games anymore. I was having fun earlier, now it's just ass. So, it's okay to leave a game that you're not having fun with. The term rage quit means nothing, because if you're not enjoying yourself, why are you putting yourself through it? I missed the donation, I'm sorry. VScript should be used to improve TC and Arena. It can be used to improve a lot of things. Yeah. And I agree. It should be used to improve pre-existing lackluster game modes. Gatekeeping is right. I am scared of my interest is going to be the new meme. God save my hobbies, please. I completely agree. People did not gatekeep games and communities hard enough, and we're seeing the continued decay of not only TF2, but a lot of other things over the years, and it sucks. Also would like to see a blind playthrough of Mega Man Zero. Perhaps. Absolutely perhaps. Anyway, I think that's a long enough stream for the day. Cues for Dust Bowl, surprise. I do have fun in Dust Bowl, but like when you're just playing against Vaccinator Medic pocketing, or like a Crit Soldier pocketing a Battalion, or a Crit Medic pocketing a Battalion Soldier, or just a fucking Crit Medic pocket, or a Vac Medic pocketing a Heavy, it's just fuck. And your team can't get its shit together either, it's just, I'm out, I'm done. Not fun. I'll go do something else. Anyways, thanks for watching. Thanks for all the donations today. You guys are insanely generous. I put out a video yesterday. If you've not watched that yet, I assume everyone here has. But if you haven't, then go watch it. The next workshop review stream will probably be later this week, likely on Thursday or Friday. So look forward to that. I'll announce that inside of my Discord. I have an announcements Discord where if you want notifications for when I go live, or when I post a video, then join the Discord that's in the description of this stream. You can't talk in there, but if you want notifications, go there. Apparently I missed other donations. I'm sorry. I'll go back to this before I cut the stream off. Listen to the dev commentary for Sniper. It shows why he needs to be rebalanced today. Yes, I agree, but nobody here is likely to listen to it and understands why that's the case. So I recommend people go do that. And that's it. I think that's all I missed. Inspector Gadget Spy. Z-Sauce for the health lesson. I want Slop Diaries for another 10 years at least. I can keep providing. Watching from prison. Hello to the incarcerated. It's unrealistic what I like for TF2 to be cleaned up a bit, remove a bunch of the worst cosmetics, unplayed modes, and bad maps. See, like, part of me wants to remove bad content, but then I also don't think any content that's been added should be removed, because technically it's now part of the product, and if you remove stuff, it's gonna piss people off, and you shouldn't do that. So I'm torn on. It was like initially, fuck yeah, remove stuff, but so. Snipers don't play TF2. They play. Yeah, I agree. Snipers don't actually play TF2. They play a clicking game. Yeah, they click on heads and don't actually engage with all the very deep and interesting mechanics this game has to offer. They just choose to stand still and click people on their head, and that's it. They don't do any interesting movement. They don't do any interesting weapons or playstyles. It's just standing still and clicking people's heads. I don't know how anyone finds that fun in this game. Anyway, that's it. I'm out of here. Thanks for watching, and everyone take care.